Hi. Excuse me. I'm not going to do much editing, if any. Maybe a tiny bit. I don't know. I know I don't have to do this for the record. A lot of you will probably comment, because you're so kind, like, hey, you don't have to do this for us. Like, we don't need explanations. And I understand why you would want to comment that and like why you'd think that. But I think this is more for healing purposes. At least that's my goal. I don't know if it's actually going to do that, and it might be a terrible idea, but I don't mind being wrong and learning from it. So speaking of that, in my last video that I covered, the lady with the wigs, that's the best I can remember her as right now. I was wrong about the actual P thing, so I thank y'all for commenting and sharing your thoughts on it. And I don't mind like controversial topics being wrong and then changing my thoughts and ideas on those things. So thank you for that, and y'all educated me, and it was good. I really do appreciate that. And I have a little misogyny that I need to work on. So anyway, so I wanted to talk about my relationship and the demise of it. Oh, that sounds so intense. And it kind of is, I guess. It's not a horrible, terrible, miserable divorce. My parents had that. I don't. And I'm grateful because I did marry a good person. He's a good guy. And I respect him and will always appreciate him and his family. They are wonderful people. I do really cherish them. And you're going to hear lots of ums and whatnot because I'm not really editing this. So, well, I don't edit anything really. Ava does, and Ava's the best, and I'm not going to make her edit this. I just wanted to put this out there, pretty, straightforward, just whatever, because I think it's important. And so bear with me, I guess. I am getting a divorce, as many of you know. He has been on my channel a couple of times. We made one video together. And I don't mean to speak for him, and I won't, but I do know, at least from what he has told me recently, that we are both very, very happy moving forward, not in a relationship and getting a divorce. I think that we got married very young, and we were both very religious. So we got married at like 22 or 23. We were both very religious, and we are not very young and very religious anymore. We're neither of those things anymore. Also, you might hear sounds outside my window. And we are different people. And when that happens, obviously things in relationships can change, and they did. And we were basically roommates at the end of our relationship. Yeah, so this is the first time in my life that I'm living alone, and being financially independent. And I think I am doing all right at both of those things. I think that my anxiety helps with my financial independence, making sure that I'm good. I think that living on my own, I might cry a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. That's probably the hardest part, because I've not been on my own for a really long time. And so, I've never lived on my own. And so I feel this like really intense loneliness that I am trying to turn into solitude. I'm also like trying to be with friends and make new friends and hang out with people and build relationships again. I think that is probably the hardest part, is like the really intense loneliness that I feel, but it will get better. Also, I'm in therapy and I'm good. Like mental health wise, I'm good. I'm not great, but I have tools and the things that I need to be fine. And I am on medication, so there's always that. But yeah, I will not cry this whole video, I swear. Even if I did, it'd be fine, but I'm not going to, because that's not what I want to do. And what I feel like, I don't feel like I have to. I'm like, and by that sounds weird, but I just simply mean like they're just little moments of intense emotion and then they'll go away. I totally forgot how to live in solitude and how to be with myself on my own, in my head. I think for the last few years, I was just distracting myself a lot, as was he, in my opinion. Again, I'm trying not to share anything trying not to share his stuff, but, and I won't. And so now that I'm no longer distracting myself and that things have ended and we're moving forward, I am having to grow. And yeah, I mean, I don't know, ending a 7-year relationship, it's kind of wild when it, especially when it's like the majority of your 20s. I mean, really at any point in your life. But we kind of grew up together, experienced a lot of firsts together. And while I look miserable, probably, and I probably have seemed it since I've been struggling a bit to put out videos, I'm actually so happy and very excited. Just a lot of emotions. I said I wasn't going to cry this whole video, but here I am. There's just a lot of emotions going on constantly, and I'm really bad with change. Sorry that I keep wiping my nose. It's just gonna have to happen. I don't know what to tell you. I'm not great with change, and everything in my life has been uprooted and is changing. I am doing well with the changes, even though it might not seem like it in this moment. I am, yeah, I'm doing fine. Therapy is important. People who are here for me are really important, and I'm grateful for those. I think that when you go through big changes like this in life, you see a lot of things. It's happening to you, but you also see things going on the outside of it, and you see the people who are there for you and the people who are not. And I don't have anything against really people who are not there for me. I understand that they have their own shit going on in their lives, but I really do appreciate those that have checked on me, and many of you who've said very kind things to me and DM'd me and made me feel less alone. It is very, very, I don't know, it helps a lot. I don't know how else to put that. I can't really express what y'all have meant to me in this time. I mean, really the past almost 4 years of doing this, y'all have meant everything to me. But especially during this time, just having this channel and having y'all around I might regret putting this out because I'm a blubbering mess, has helped with my intense loneliness so much. Ava, my editor, I love her. She's a wonderful human being. She's been there for me. Some of you might go, you might be thinking like, oh my gosh, this is wild video. She's blubbering mess. She's crying. She's gonna regret it. Maybe I will. However, I also know that the importance of showing up like as you are. I know the importance and the impact it's had on me when people have just been really honest and very vulnerable in videos. And have seen the really, really wonderful messages that many of you have sent me about like how me being open and honest about my mental health and my struggles has helped you like make a step in the right direction to getting mental health help and seeing a therapist and going to the doctor and getting your checkups and doing all of that. That means so much to me. And so I thought that I would just be here and explain my situation. Maybe it will be healing. Maybe some of you are experiencing the same thing. Or even if you're not experiencing divorce, like loneliness is not just a thing for divorce. Everyone experiences it. And I just want you to know you are not alone as well if you are experiencing that. And if you're not, check on the people who you might think are, because we are struggling. I do have a pretty decent support system, luckily. I also am very resilient and a very independent person. Like I said, I greatly respect him and his family, and they're great people. I am struggling, and I think that I am doing my best with what I have. And I don't want like sympathy. I know that sounds weird because I'm on here crying, but this is really like for me and then people who might also be feeling the same way. This is also for people who might not be feeling that way at all, but might know someone feeling that way. And this is a reminder for you to check on them, make sure they're good. There has been a lack of posting on my end. I think the past couple weeks I've just posted like 2 videos maybe, which is not normal. That's like half of what I normally do. And I know that y'all will tell me like, hey, you don't need to take your time, like take care of yourself. And I think part of it, taking care of myself, is pushing myself to do these things. Not because I don't want to do them, but because I just get so sad and so down that I don't want to do anything, which is from my depression. And I think that pushing myself to do it, pushing myself to be there, even if it's not like the best videos I've done or the best lives that I've done, and I might have to end early, I think it's really important for me to do that. So I want y'all to know that I am taking care of myself, and the things that I'm doing knowing that I might have to stop them. And I really am okay. I just can't stop crying now. Also, I want y'all to know I'm not trying to use y'all as a therapist here. I just think that being open and honest and showing up this way will help others who are experiencing something. And I know I've said that several times, but I mean it. And at this point, I'm just kind of blabbering on about nothing. But I am excited for the future. I'm excited for what's ahead. I have been dating again and have met some really wonderful people. I really cherish some of the new friendships and relationships that I have. They mean a lot to me. And I used to think that, and this is the hardest part for me, I used to think that what I experienced in my marriage, which wasn't bad, but just wasn't great. Like it wasn't like I wasn't happy. I thought that that's how life was just supposed to be. And turns out it's not. You can be happy, and you can have a really great life. I'm crying not only because it's just an emotional topic, but because I am so grateful that my life wasn't just supposed to be what it was, there's so much more to it. And yeah, if you feel the same way, or if you're stuck and you're sad and you feel like, is this my life? Like, is this what it's supposed to be? No. No, it's not supposed to be that way. If you're feeling that way, no, it's not. And it does get better, and it will get better. I think the longest time I didn't say anything and didn't do anything, and neither did my ex. We just let it be, and I think that was wrong on our parts, to just sit in not misery, but just like melancholy. So no, life is not supposed to feel melancholy 100% of the time, for the record. So thank you for watching. I think I should stop. And I did tell you I wasn't going to cry the whole thing, and then I did. So again, y'all aren't my therapist. This is for like maybe like to see, is this a bit healing? It might be, to share my vulnerability. And also I know how important it is to share those things and to share like when you're struggling. I'm mostly on here for those that might be feeling the same way, or those that know someone that might be. Check on them. So yeah, thanks for watching. This is my one and only video that will be this way. This is the first and the last of this type of video. I do see a really bright future ahead for me. I do think things will get so much better, and I am grateful for where I'm at. I am grateful for the things that I'm learning. Okay, like I said, first and last video like this. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being here and supporting my channel. Bye.